Hi friends, this is your friend Sudhakar Vamgiri, and today's topic is Unit 9, sorry, Unit 8 of ninth class grammar topic, passive voice. సో మన ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్ అనేది నేను చాలా క్లియర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. అది మీకు లింక్ ఇక్కడ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 10-15 వీడియోలు అయితే ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్లో చేశాను. అది మీకు బాగా అంటే బాగా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ మనం నోట్ చెప్పుకున్నాం కాబట్టి మీకు అర్థం కావడం సింపుల్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసుకుని వెళ్ళిపోదాం. Here two sentences taken from the text Kathmandu. A corpse is being cremated on its banks. Tibetan prints and silver jewelry cannot be bought here. In both the sentences, the agent of the action is not mentioned. In the two sentences, the subjects are passive because something is being done to them rather than they are doing something. In the first sentence, the subject a corpse is followed by helping verb is and a be form. Be form of being and the past participle of the verb cremate. In the second sentence, the subject Tibetan prints and silver jewelry is followed by helping verb can, be form be and the past participle form of the main verb by. As you can see, the agent of the passive voice is not mentioned. When it is unknown, not considered important, not desirable to inform or so obvious from the context. Passive voice is generally used when we want to emphasize the activity rather than the doer. So pick out some sentence in the passive voice from the text accidental tourist. The jeep on the bag was jammed. Passive voice. The side of the bag flew open and everything within, newspaper cuttings and other loose papers, a 14-ounce tin of pipe tobacco, magazines, passport, English money, film was extravagantly ejected over an area about the size of a tennis court. Now on planes when the food is delivered, my wife says, take the lids off the food for daddy or put your hoods up, children. Here are some sentences in the passive voice. Read them carefully and say which domain they belong to. One has been done for you. Tendulkar has been caught. So ఇక్కడ జనరల్ ఎక్కడ వచ్చిన క్రికెట్ కామెంటరీలో వస్తుంది మనకి. ఇదంతా ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్ ఉంది. Tendulkar has been caught. Patrons are asked not to smoke. Our plant is wrapped in a mass of gases. The new is ready by Pragati. Examinations have been postponed. The suspect has been acquitted of the charge. So Tendulkar has been caught in the cricket commentary. Patrons are asked not to smoke in the invitation and hospitality. Our plant is wrapped in a mass of gases. Science. The news is read by Pragati, media, news reading, etc. Examinations have been postponed. Educational studies. The suspect has been acquitted of the charge, crime or judgment. Next, writing. Read this letter. St. Paul's Avenue, Boston, 9th March. Dear W. Bryson, hope you are doing well by the grace of God. I always remember the days we spent at different tourist places last summer. Here is an important matter I would like to bring to your notice. Very recently, when I was on my journey, the airport clerk examined my ticket and travel cards and pointed out that the card with me was your card. I think the exchange of our cards might have taken place when we met at the hotel recently. Hope you will check and send my card at the earliest. Now here I am enclosing your card with best regards. Your affectionately Bill Bryson to Mr. W. Bryson, 71802 St. John's Avenue, Washington. But then reply alage ivalli. So imagine that you are W. Bryson and write a reply to Bill Bryson expressing his regret for his blunder. So reply alage istunna chudandi okasari. St. John's Avenue, Washington, 14th March. Dear Bill Bryson. Okay, thank you for your letter. The memories of the summer we spent together at different tourist places is still fresh in my memory. I regret to know that you have been put to a lot of inconvenience due to the exchange of our cards. It's quite surprising that I too haven't noticed the mix-up so far. I guess that it all happened at the hotel in which we stayed that night. I'm sending you your card with best regards. Yours affectionately, W. Bryson to Mr. Bill Bryson, 62005 St. Paul's Avenue, Boston. Next, study skills. On the following map, mark the route which the author thought of but did not take to Delhi. So, ఇది మనకి ఇచ్చిన మ్యాప్. సో దీంట్లో అసలు ఆథర్ ఎలా వెళ్దాం అనుకున్నాడు అనేది ఇక్కడ మనకు క్లియర్గా తెలుస్తుంది. ఢిల్లీ అంటే కాఠ్మాండు, ఢిల్లీ టు కాఠ్మాండు. ఓకేనా, ఫ్రమ్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి లక్నో, అలహాబాద్, పాట్నా, కాఠ్మాండు. Okay. Find out the possible routes by railroad or air are from Kathmandu to New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad. So రోడ్వే వెళ్ళాలనుకుంటే ఎలా వెళ్ళొచ్చు? రోడ్వే ఫ్రమ్ కాఠ్మండు టు న్యూ ఢిల్లీ. సో కాఠ్మండు త్రూ ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్ టు న్యూ ఢిల్లీ, ఇది ఒకటి. రోడ్వే రూట్ టు కాఠ్మండు టు ముంబై, కాఠ్మండు త్రూ ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్ అండ్ మధ్యప్రదేశ్ టు ముంబై, మహారాష్ట్ర. మళ్ళీ రోడ్వే ఫ్రమ్ కాఠ్మండు టు కోల్కతా, ఫ్రమ్ కాఠ్మండు త్రూ ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్, బీహార్, జార్ఖండ్ అండ్ టు కోల్కతా. రోడ్వే ఫ్రమ్ కాఠ్మండు టు చెన్నై, from Kathmandu through Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and to Chennai. And roadway from Kathmandu to Hyderabad, from Kathmandu through Gorakhpur, Faizabad, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi, Sagar, Narsinghpur, Sioni, Nagpur, Hingangat, Adilabad, Nirmal, Armoor, Kamareddy and to Hyderabad. So listening to the speech on tourism in India by your teacher and answer the following questions. Say a speech on tourism in India. It gives me great pleasure to be present here today amongst all of you, the stalwarts of the Indian travel and tourism industry, to celebrate the coming of a new era in the industry. It is evidenced that tourism is a major driver of economic growth globally. For a country like ours, tourism sector is not only a major contributor to the growth of the economy, but a generator of employment opportunities as well. The government primarily plays the role of a facilitator, acting as a catalyst for the development and promotion of tourism. It is absolutely imperative that we not only maintain the quality of facilities and services offered, but also bring them at par with the best in the world. Realizing that development of infrastructure holds the key to the growth of tourism, the government is investing heavily for integrated development of the infrastructure sector. All possible steps are being taken to promote tourism related infrastructure. We are encouraging the hotel and travel industry, developing tourism circuits, working towards preservation of monuments, human resources development and upgradation of information technology. As the Minister of Tourism, I would like to mention here that in our effort to develop and promote tourism, we have also to keep in mind the importance of sustainable tourism and the need of protecting our environment. India, a region with the world's greatest biodiversity and varied natural locals, is an ideal destination for ecotourism. We recognize the importance of cleanliness, general hygiene, and sanitization in making India a memorable tourist destination. In the long run, this would ensure provision of better quality of life to our own citizens. Domestic tourism is a big contributor to the growth of this sector. The number of domestic tourists is increasing every year. I would once again like to congratulate all of you who have won the Express Travel World Awards. I would like also to congratulate all those who have been nominated for the award and wish them all the best for the coming year, so that they could also be in the list of recipients next year. Jai Hind. So who is the speaker of this speech? The Minister of Tourism. What is the occasion mentioned in the speech? To celebrate the coming of a new era in the industry. What role does the government play for the development and promotion of tourism? The government primarily plays the role of a facilitator, acting as a catalyst for the development and promotion of tourism. Which thing holds the key to the growth of tourism according to the speaker? Development of infrastructure holds the key to the growth of tourism. What, according to the speaker, would ensure provision of a better quality of life to our own citizens? So cleanliness, general hygiene and sanitization would ensure provision of better quality of life to our own citizens. So oral activity kuda chuddam. Talk about any tourist place or pilgrim center place that you visited during holidays. Keep the following things in mind. What place did you visit? When did you visit that place? What did you see there? What were the interesting things you found here? What facilities were there? How did you enjoy yourself? Does the place have any historical importance? ఇక్కడ ఆన్సర్ ఏంటంటే, I am happy to share my memories of our visit to Nagarjuna Sagar. We visited the place during Dasara vacation because it is appropriate time to visit that place. Nagarjuna Sagar is a multi-purpose project which is constructed on the river Krishna, Nalgonda district. It is 155 kilometers from my native city, Khammam. It is one of the most prominent Buddhist centers and attract tourist spots in Telangana. In ancient days, it was known as Vijayapuri. Nagarjuna Sagar takes its present name for Acharya Nagarjuna, who was one of the most revered Buddhist monks. It is also a place of immense archaeological significance and excavations. Nagarjuna Sagar was regarded as center of the propagation of Buddhist teachings in South India. The dam was full with water. Nagarjuna Sagar is third largest man-made lake in the world which stores water to the extent of 408 TMCFT as its full level. It was built at cost of 91 crore rupees. We visited Nagarjunakonda, an interesting island museum located in the midst of the Nagarjuna Sagar lake. The museum houses significant relics of Buddhist culture and art that make it an important place to visit during a tour to Nagarjuna Sagar. Mahachaitya, the main stupa of the museum, contains relics of Buddha. We have also visited the electric power station. It is one of the earliest hydroelectric projects of India. On the whole, it was a memorable trip. సో దీంతో మనకి నైన్త్ క్లాస్ 8th యూనిట్ సంబంధించిన గ్రామర్ అండ్ వొకాబులరీ పార్ట్ మనం కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఎవ్రీవన్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.